Good morning. Good morning, folks. Coach Burt. Everybody needs a coach in life. Good coach have conversations with you don't want to have. Make you do things you don't want to do. Help you become something you didn't think you could become. That's what a good coach will do. Justin Myers. Good coach will accelerate, stretch, create tension, push. Good coach should bring some strategies to you too, by the way. So, good morning, everybody. Coach Burt just left F45. Thank you to all the people. Good morning, Jesse, the tycoon. I just left F45, and I'm on a kick. Dale Childress, Tashina. I'm teaching the concept of person of interest. I've got a boot camp coming up in February. I'm going to be doing some webinars and things. Sean Jones and Brian White on this concept of becoming a person of interest. Jay Cash was in there as my workout partner this morning. And to get you ready for this kind of person of interest concept, Pat, good morning. You got to start thinking about ingredients of people of interest, Tom. You got to start thinking about ingredients of people. If we want to become a person of interest, that is a person that is attracting large amounts of new opportunity to us. See, we're taught in life that life is hard. It's tough, and it is. Okay, it is. But at some point, when you push long enough and create enough value, Jerry, good morning. You begin to develop certain attributes. And those attributes are attractive to other people. Good morning, Jerome. Right? And what happens is you get to a point in life and you're doing things and people are watching and observing, and they want to do big things too, Camellia. Right? And so they say, man, look at that person of interest, man. Look at what that person's doing. They're moving, they're creating, they're shaking. So I want to give you some ingredients of people of interest. Okay, they don't just have, people of interest don't just have knowledge. They have a very, very specific knowledge, right? Thank you, Dale. They've got a very specific knowledge set. So I want you to think heart surgeon versus general practitioner. The heart surgeons always make more money than the general practitioners, folks. I want you to think I'm a stone cold killer machine in this area, Sean Vernon. I'm not a generalist, I'm a specialist. And that is what we teach in our coaching program. Good morning, Brad. which is primary skill. Your primary skill solves a very specific problem for someone else, right? I want you to think specific. So if I ask you this morning, what is your primary skill, Chris? What is your primary skill and what problem does it solve for whom? And who would write you the biggest check to solve that problem? That's one really, really good way of looking at it. Okay, now, then, they don't just have, so they don't have general knowledge, they got specialized knowledge. They don't have general skill, they've got impeccable skills. When you spend time with big-time people of interest, what always strikes me about those people is, man, their communication skills, their selling skills, their negotiation skills, their connection skills are so good and so strong. Good morning, fella. Good morning, Tommy C. Davidson. Right? Like what we're talking about this morning, Tommy, is the very specific skill sets of people of interest. And Lori, it is noticeable and observable. It's almost kinetic, like you can feel it when you're around big time people of interest. They don't just have a prey drive, Freddie Blanton. They've got an incredible prey drive. It's like from another planet prey drive. When you're looking at them, you're like, what in the world? Like, what are they on? Right? When you see these people of interest, they've got such a prey drive to pursue with this relentless pursuit. Good morning, Tom Love. This push they have, this drive, this intensity, this ferocity, this like a dog on a bone. That's the people of interest have that tenacity. So now we got three skills of people of interest. We've got specialized knowledge. Good morning, Amy Peters. We've got impeccable skill. We've got incredibly high tenacious prey drive. And I'm going to give you a fourth one this morning. They've got a contagious confidence. They don't just have a confidence about them. They have a contagious confidence, which means when you're with these people, they convince you that you can do anything. It is all the way back. I didn't know this until Paul Martinelli told me this. It's all the way back to the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Right, Tim? And Wallace D. Wattles talks about you're a person of advancement. You give off, don't miss this, Scott Jacobs, an impression of increase. Right? Just by being in your presence, my game is elevated. And we've got a guy named Ken Jocelyn. Good job. Good morning, Chris Siemens. We've got a guy in my coaching program, and I'm doing an event with him named Ken Jocelyn, and he said, man, the best compliment I can give you is when I'm around you, my life is elevated. Everything in my life is elevated. And that, Frank, is a person of interest. So how do you become one of these? That's the question. Well, you could read the book, Person of Interest, that I wrote. You could come to my boot camp that's coming up in February, where we're going to teach every tactic I've got. Much of it, there's an organic side of it, where you're really becoming good at what it is you do through pure repetition, role play, testing of the marketplace. Like, you're good, man. You can't fake being a person of interest. A lot of people try to fake being a person of interest, but they're really not people of interest. Okay? Right, Scott Ayers? So there's an organic side to it if you just work in the muscle. Long obedience in the same direction. And man, you're just getting better and better and better and better. But I would be lying to you, Andy Simpson. Good morning. That's right, Dan Sullivan. I would be lying to you if I told you it was all organic. Because the truth is, Andy Simpson, you can be as good as you want to. You can be as good as you want to. If nobody knows it, it don't matter. And this is where I've had to improve. So there's an organic side of becoming a person of interest where you're just good because of the reps. There is a marketing side, Steve, of you got to learn how to market and promote and get attention and drive your credibility scores. Like that, right, Tom Gavin? Like, I mean, I'd be lying to you. And I didn't really understand this for years, guys. I was a great coach that nobody knew. I would go speak, and people would say to me, dang, I don't know who you are. I can't believe I don't know who you are. And I would say, man, it's my fault. That is absolutely my fault. I've got to learn to become a great marketer. I've got to learn to market better. I've got to learn to promote. This is not business, Davis Sterrett. This is show business. And until you get that, that's why TV is so powerful. That's why webinars, podcasts, strategic partnerships, speaking engagements, man, you got to be doing it all. So February 18 and 19, I'm excited because I've never done a person of interest. I've done a person of interest boot camp like literally 10 years ago. Okay, literally 10 years ago. So now I'm bringing that boot camp back, and man, if there's a boot camp you're going to come to this year, and you're like, I'm only going to one boot camp with Coach Burt, you need to come to Person of Interest. Especially if you think you're really good, but you're unknown, you're obscure, you got a marketing problem. Listen to how I'm going to say this: you don't have a talent problem, you've got a marketing problem, you got a branding problem, right? That is what you got to get, guys, and people of interest. So first, do you have the ingredients? That would be knowledge, skill, desire, confidence. We're going to get into 4 or 5 more ingredients in a webinar I've got coming up that shows you all 7 or 8 ingredients of people of interest. But if you ain't got, listen to me talking Tennessee, if you ain't got the first 4, you ain't going to get the next 4, folks. The 4 foundational principles of the person of interest is I got, man, a specific knowledge, I got an impeccable skill, I got a ridiculous prey drive, and I got a contagious confidence. And that, my friend, is how you begin the cycle of becoming a person of interest. And then it's on, Ian, like Donkey Kong. People are going to be moving and gravitating toward you. Here's what people are going to do. They're going to get curious. And they're going to start asking a simple question. What's that dude doing? I see that dude's name everywhere. What is he doing? Okay? So, Joe Roberts, we're talking person of interest this morning. I got a book out on that that's been out for years. It's just now becoming popular. Man, it's becoming more and more popular as the book gets older. So now I'm doing more events on person of interest. Okay? How do people see you, man? Do they and people take a snapshot. Do they see you as lazy, unmotivated, put together, not put together, disappointing. I want people to see me and go, dang, that dude's better in person. He's even better than I thought he was. Right? That's what I want people to say about me, but it's long cycles of practice, organic growth, and then accelerated growth. So at that boot camp, we'll get into marketing, we'll get into distribution of a message, we'll get into helping you pick a message, we'll get into writing books, we'll get into all the ways, right, that you use to become a POI in the world, folks. So, hope you have a great day. I'm headed out to my lodge. I got Monster Producer this morning on the psychology of prey drive. One of my favorite subjects, new book I got coming out. Okay. Joe, thank you very much. If you like this, Joe, I'd encourage you, man, get involved with me in some way. Right, Elvis? Get involved with me. Come to that $57 boot camp I got coming up the 20th. Come to something. Get involved in Monster Producer. Get to person of interest. Okay? You're not going to get people curious if you're boring, folks. Great point. Curiosity starts. Like, what's that person doing, man? I see their name. There was a book out once. It wasn't a great book. No offense to the author, in my opinion. So people may think that about some of my books, but it wasn't a great book, but it was a great title. And the title was, I See Your Name Everywhere. That is person of interest, man. In some ways, I am a scientist. I take concepts and break them down, deconstruct them, codify them. That's part of the way that I generate. And if I can teach people how to do that, like teach people how to break concepts down, Scott Ayers, and deconstruct and monetize those concepts, man, that's how you make money. The monetization of an idea is so powerful, and so many people have no clue how to do it. Okay, it's just that simple. So I got to get off because I got to teach Monster Producer. Guys, thank you for joining in. Everybody needs a coach. A good coach can change your life. A really good coach will also help you become a POI, folks, person of interest. Going to raise that status for you all the way up, folks. All the way up. You're too good not to be known. You're too good not to take it all the way. You're too good to be obscure. You're too good to not take it all the way. So I'm here for you, man. I'm fighting for you. I believe in you. I've been obscure a lot of my life. I'm ready to get the word out, Jimmy, and play at the high frequency, man. I'm ready to realize my potential. So good morning, 7:03. You guys are gonna crush it today, man. I know it. Have a great day.